Right now, ChatGPT costs either $240 a year or $2,400 a year, depending on which of their two plans you purchase. Revolt AI, which is an alternative to ChatGPT, costs $20 once, and you can install it locally on your own computer and use it as much as you want. No limitations. Now, how is this possible? If you all don't know who I am, hi. My name is Connor Hill, and I spent over 10 years building a fan base of over 1 million followers on YouTube, as well as founding a game development studio that shipped multiple video games with millions and millions of downloads and thousands upon thousands of positive reviews. But as time went on, and I continued to see the rise and spread of artificial intelligence, I decided to start dedicating myself to building what I believe will be some of the most important tools that anyone can have in the coming years. And that starts with Revolt AI. Revolt AI is a local desktop application that lets you run AI models just like ChatGPT, just like Claude, but on your own computer. ChatGPT costs hundreds, if not thousands of dollars a year. And even if you pay that, they will still put hard limits on how much you can use their AI models month to month. Revolt AI, however, has no limits. Once you download Revolt AI, you can use it as much as you want, in the same way that you could use a video game that you purchase and run on your own computer as much as you want. ChatGPT wants you to think that you need to pay monthly in order to have access to AI models just like theirs, and that is not true. Additionally, your data is completely secure on your own computer when using Revolt AI, unlike ChatGPT, where every single conversation you have with any of their chatbots is stored on their own servers for them to potentially train on or maybe even get stolen by criminals. However, when using local models with Revolt AI, none of your conversations ever leave your computer, which means all of your data is 100% private. Companies like OpenAI might try to say that your information is private when using ChatGPT, but as we know, a lot of these companies store your data, and there is no telling where that data can end up if someone is to break the law and steal it. If you don't remember, when Coinbase started collecting images to authenticate the identity of its members, there was a leak, and all of the identifying information, including passports, driver's licenses, as well as facial information that those individuals uploaded themselves to Coinbase, thinking that Coinbase would keep that information secure, was all stolen by a criminal third party that took that data against the law.
This Raj Gokal, his information, probably your information, and everybody you know in crypto that uses Coinbase, all that information got stolen last week. And they threatened them, telling them, just give us the 40 Bitcoin and we make it all go away. They putting the phone numbers out, bank accounts, everything. And these pictures right here, mind you, these are the pictures you use when you make Coinbase accounts. So just think about it. If they got his information, that means they got your information.
Do not let yourself fall into the same trap and think that these companies are actually going to protect your data. Just don't give it to them to begin with. And that is why a tool like Revolt AI is so important. So you can still have access to AI, but you can know that none of the information that you discuss with AI will ever leave your house. And one of the most important features of Revolt AI is that you can run it completely offline with no internet connection. ChatGPT, Anthropic, Claude, Perplexity all require internet connections. So what happens if you're in the middle of nowhere and you don't have an internet connection? You can't use those models. What happens if there is a natural disaster or somehow your city loses power and you can't get access to even your home internet anymore? Well, you can still use Revolt AI on a laptop or any powered device using generators or solar panels. You do not need to have any form of external power or connectivity in order to use Revolt AI anywhere you want. And I think in the coming years, having access to a tool like that will be extremely valuable. And Lastly, tools like ChatGPT are extremely useful for now. But I don't know how many of you guys remember when Google first came out. And it was extremely useful because there was no advertising and it would only show what you asked it to show. But nowadays, there is a significant amount of censorship, manipulation, as well as targeted paid advertising, which means when you search for something on Google, you're not even going to see what you want to look for anymore. ChatGPT and other AI services, especially on any free tier, are going to start going in the same direction. You are not going to know if an AI model has been paid or influenced by a third party to manipulate you into doing something that you don't want to do, like buy a product that you don't need, or have political opinions that are false, or spread disinformation that you don't realize isn't true. All of those things are going to start becoming serious concerns as AI not only gets better, but third parties start to realize how it can be exploited to manipulate people just like you. So having something like Revolt AI, where you can know exactly what kind of model you are running on your local system, is going to be extremely important because you're going to be able to have control over the kinds of information that it looks for and the kinds of attitudes and personalities that it has. Transparency is going to be increasingly important in a world of disinformation and manipulation. And that is the problem that Revolt AI is trying to solve. So, if you are interested in supporting our mission to create an offline and highly accessible AI platform that anyone can use even without an internet connection, please support our project, pay $20 and get full access to the latest version of Revolt AI that you can install on your computer and use forever with no limits. Stop spending hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on AI online platforms that you don't need to be spending that money for. And join the Revolt AI community so we can start building a viable alternative for all of the people that want to protect their privacy and have full control over the AI that they work with. As part of your $20 purchase, not only do you get access to Revolt AI, which you can download and use forever, but you will also get access to our development team's online Discord community, where you can network with others just like yourself, give us feedback about the product, and help us improve this offline AI platform, which you can use to build your business, build services, and do all sorts of other things. If you're interested in staying up to date on Revolt AI and all of the different features that we're going to be adding to it, then make sure you sign up completely for free to our website, as well as follow us on our social media channels such as YouTube. And I look forward to seeing you inside of the Revolt AI community.